I'd like to know where my money's going.
Some people want to know more about why a sheriff agreed to pay a female deputy $90,000 after she threatened to sue him. How much taxpayers spent to resolve the dispute.
A fight turns deadly at a local airport. How it happened and more on the man who died.
Just now I seen the sign that said private property. I didn't know it was private property.
The chain and warning for trespassers. Why users of a popular trail connecting city parks are being warned to stay out.
Now in high definition from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 5.
We now know the settlement of allegations of sexual misconduct at the Henderson County Sheriff's Office cost taxpayers $14,000.
News 13 reported that former Sheriff Rick Davis agreed to pay Pamela Cannon $90,000, but the county's insurance company picked up that tab. She agreed to resign her position as deputy.
News 13's Cheryl Barber joins us live from the Sheriff's Department with the latest on what the county paid out of pocket. Cheryl, do we know why all of this happened?
Those details are not listed in this settlement. In fact, the settlement forbids Davis or Cannon from making any public comments about what happened.
If they are a settlement that is personal to an official, we would not be entitled to all of that information.
Henderson County Attorney Russell Burrell says the insurance company won't release any information about why it paid the $90,000 claim. Davis and Cannon signed the settlement last October. Davis took a medical retirement in December because of mental issues. The county paid a $5,000 deductible plus an estimated $9,000 to Cannon for her 61-day administrative leave. The Sheriff's Department confirmed she did not work during that leave. Burrell says the county has safeguards against inappropriate behavior in the workplace.
We do training for supervisors and employees to attempt everything we can do to avoid this type of a situation coming up. With human beings, nothing's perfect.
The thing that really bothered me to start with was that we paid the deductible and paid the premium on the insurance and wasn't entitled to what the settlement was and what it was for.
Commissioner Larry Young says repeated requests for information were denied, so commissioners didn't know the details of the settlement until now.
Yeah, I have a real big problem with spending money, taxpayers' money, on lawsuit deductibles and pay, severance type pay or administrative leave pay or whatever, because that's just not where we need to be spending taxpayers' money.
Do you want somebody in office that's harassing someone else? So I don't know if it is, but if it was, I'd like to know that too.
County taxpayers we talked with say there's an accountability issue with the loss of not only a sheriff, but a deputy.
I don't think it's fair. If you get a bill in the mail and there's an extra charge on there, I call the company up and ask them what it's for. I definitely would like to know what it's for.
We talked with attorneys for Pamela Cannon and Rick Davis. Both said they could not discuss details of the settlement or what happened in this case. Reporting live in Hendersonville, I'm Cheryl Barber, News 13.
A Greenville County Sheriff's deputy is wounded during a shooting at an upstate motel. He was responding to a call involving a sexual assault. Tonight, the suspect is dead. The shooting took place at the Red Roof Inn near I-85 and Lawrence Road right around 1 o'clock. News 13's Frank Crocker is streaming live from the Greenville County Law Enforcement Center. And Frank, what can you tell us about the deputy's condition?
Well, we know that he's going to be okay. He underwent surgery this afternoon. We know that he was one of 3 deputies who responded to the hotel this afternoon. The sheriff says the suspect in the alleged sexual assault was in the Red Roof Inn parking lot. That when he was questioned, it became clear he was wanted on an outstanding warrant. Deputies say he resisted arrest, grabbed for a taser, and then a fight started.
During the actual altercation that took place, the suspect was able to put his hand on the deputy's gun and was able to somehow get his finger on the trigger, at which time the gun did go off and shot the deputy through the leg.
Authorities say it was then the suspect was shot and killed by the other 2 deputies. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The wounded officer rushed to the hospital. Again, he is expected to be okay, neither deputy or suspect being identified right now. There were other people around the scene when all this happened today. We're going to talk with one of them on the news at 6. Reporting live from Greenville County, Frank Crocker, News 13.
And another shooting in Greenville County today involving a deputy. In this case, the deputy has been placed on administrative duty. The sheriff's office says deputies responded to a 911 call about a domestic disturbance at a home on Lerman Drive. They say they found Patrick Starks armed with a rifle and reportedly threatening family members. Once the relatives were out of the house, officers approached Starks. They say he turned towards them with a rifle, and the deputy, who felt threatened, fired, hitting him. Starks was taken to the hospital where he later died.
A Rutherford County Airport employee died Saturday after injuries from an altercation left him brain dead. The incident happened last Wednesday evening at the airport. Detectives say 63-year-old Ed Robinson of Rutherfordton was hit in the head, possibly with a tool. Robinson was flown to Mission Hospital and later died as a result of that blow to the head. Co-workers and friends say they're shaken over the sudden loss.
Every person is totally upset about this entire situation. To the very last person, there's sorrow felt at our airport.
The name of the person who hit Robinson is not being released, but the case is being investigated as a homicide. The district attorney will decide if charges will be filed.
An off-duty Rutherford County deputy spots a wanted man at a Hendersonville flea market. 47-year-old Randy Green Sr. was wanted for obtaining property by false pretense, possession of stolen goods, and possession of a firearm by a felon. The Rutherford County deputy saw Green at the flea market and alerted a Henderson County deputy who made the arrest. Green is jailed, his bond set at $50,000.
The Reverend Billy Graham continues to improve at Mission Hospital. The evangelist was admitted late Saturday night for bronchitis. Doctors say he's responding well to antibiotics and resting comfortably. They aren't sure when the Reverend can go home, but they do expect it to be a few more days. Mr. Graham was hospitalized back in November with pneumonia.
For a while today, I thought we were going to see rain. It got cloudy, sunshine, cloudy.
And it wasn't so hot today either.
No.
How about it?
People using a popular path connecting two Asheville city parks are being warned they're trespassing. The owner recently put up a chain and no trespassing signs after becoming concerned someone would get hurt. News 13's Frank Fraboni reports the chain and signs caught everyone off guard.
It hasn't been up long.
People who regularly use the trail were surprised.
I didn't know it was private property.
The chain is near the doggy park on the French Broad River.
This is the first day I've seen it. I think I was at the park last week.
The small piece of land between here and Carrier Park,
But I have seen the for sale sign up at the road.
Is private land.
Well, I'm going. I'm not doing anything wrong.
And has been trampled on by unsuspecting park goers for years.
Park goers say the chain went up a couple of days ago. The city says it's been negotiating with a couple of landowners to try and make a deal, but so far there's been no luck.
Property owner Robert Burris put up the chain. We called him to find out why.
Hello, is this Mr. Burris?
After nearly hitting a bicyclist recently on his road to the river and the continued flow of traffic, he says he had no choice but to protect himself. He wouldn't speak to us on camera, but says the river should be for everyone to enjoy, and people in the park agree.
So this is a huge resource and an asset for Asheville, and I certainly hope that we can continue to access this section because I'm not sure how they'll work around that.
But Burris says the city has only offered him $10,000 for his two small parcels of land and says that's not enough.
Kind of unfortunate.
So for now, the chain and the warnings remain.
I was actually thinking about going somewhere else.
In Asheville, Frank Fraboni, News 13.
Burris says he owns two parcels of land on the river. Another family owns a third. He believes it could be bought for the right price, but wouldn't elaborate.
Now, for your News 13 traffic report.
Well, so far so good as far as accidents are concerned. We are accident-free right now, but in Buncombe County, Cane Creek Road between US 74A and Mills Gap Road resurfacing from 7 o'clock in the evening tonight till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it ends tomorrow. In Burke County, westbound I-40, at exit 104. It's going to be both directions, as a matter of fact, east and westbound. The contractor is going to be striping the exit ramps at 104. Both lanes are going to be closed 6 p.m. till 6 in the morning. With your News 13 Carolina Furniture Concepts traffic report, I'm George Sheldon.
Deadly violence near a Texas university coming up. The act that prompted a warning to students and residents nearby to stay away.
Plus, home again. A long road to recovery finally leads back to Arizona for former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords.
And a big change for our Facebook fans. Our Fan of the Day contest is now Fan of the Week. That means you have 3 days to enter, 2 days to vote, and the big winner will walk away with a $75 gift certificate from Blue Mountain Pizza in Weaverville. Enter now at facebook.com/News13, then click on the Inside News 13 tab.